guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's video. For this week's video, I wanted to see how many pages I can realistically read, but I also kind of want to push myself a little more because this whole past week I have been doing a lot of things besides reading, like doom scrolling and just laying here doing nothing. So this week I really want to focus on reading, not force myself, just kind of commit to it and kind of have a redefined focus, if you know what I mean, for reading, and just kind of see how many pages I can read this week. I'm also trying to work on my March TBR. That is one of my biggest goals in March, is finishing my March TBR. So I have 4 books over there for my March TBR, and then I have a library book that I am currently in the middle of. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pick that book back up for the start of this video at least, and kind of just see where we go from there. I know that I want to finish that book either today or tomorrow, depending on how much I'm able to read today, but I really want to start working on some of the other books on my March TBR, because I honestly can't remember the last time that I actually completed my TBR. So like I said, that is one of my biggest goals for March, and I really hope I'm able to do it. I don't know how many books I will get to in this video, hopefully at least 2 to 3, because it's already March 10th. And I still have those 4 books on my TBR, and then I'm halfway through the book that I'm reading now. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some breakfast, and I'm gonna read while I eat breakfast, but after breakfast I will kind of talk to you about the book that I'm reading and give you some sort of update. So I am currently reading Call Forth a Fox by Markel Grappo. I've never heard of this author, but I got it from the library, and so far I'm enjoying it. It is a YA fantasy, and we're following these 2 sisters who were left at their cottage while their mom went and prepared their new way of life in a couple towns over. So there's one sister who does the foraging and gathering in the forest, and then the other sister goes to the villages and does the shopping for stuff that they need, and then she also does the cooking and whatnot. But something happens, and it's kind of changing the dynamic between these 2 sisters, and there's talks of fairies in the woods that they live by. So the one sister is able to go out and communicate with these fairies somehow, and they're just trying to figure out how to break this curse for some other character. But so far I'm really enjoying it. The writing is my favorite part. It's very whimsical and fairy tale-esque, which is my favorite type of fantasy, and I just feel the writing is so fast-paced. I'm already about 100 and something pages in, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back to reading it. Like I said, I want to finish this either today or tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow, because I am so sleepy after eating my breakfast. I don't know why I get so tired after I eat, but I'm gonna go ahead and try my best to stay awake while reading this. If I fall asleep, then I will definitely update you later about how far I got. I'm gonna try to push myself to read as much as I can and to try to stay awake and not fall asleep and take a little nap, but no promises. I am gonna go ahead and jump back into my book though. guys, happy Tuesday. I have about 80 pages left of Call Forth a Fox. I didn't end up reading as much as I wanted to earlier, so I did wake up early this morning and read about 100 or so pages. So now I have like 80 pages left and I should be able to finish that within the next couple of hours. I'm really enjoying it. I love a book that has like mentions of like fairies and whatnot in the plot. And like especially with fantasy books, the start is usually like kind of slow and then the middle is kind of slow, but at the end it kind of like wraps up really quickly. But I feel like with this book, it has been a steady plot and I've been intrigued the whole time that I've been reading it. I feel like something is always happening and everything is so like connected, but I'm really enjoying it. I didn't really expect to like it this much because it was just a random book from the library, but I'm pretty excited to like see how it wraps up too, because so much has been going on and I'm like kind of curious as how they're gonna solve like these curses. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish this in the next couple of hours and then we'll pick out the next book. Hey guys, as you saw, I finished Call Forth a Fox last night and I think I'm gonna give it a 4-star. I don't have much more to say about it other than what I've told you already. It was really fun and kind of poetic read. The ending was really good. It kind of tied everything together and wrapped everything up. I didn't feel like there was any loose ends. There was lots of character development, which I love. And I love like the magical aspect and the magical system and the fairy tale system and everything. It was just a really fun read. I would definitely recommend it if you're interested in like a YA fantasy with fairies and magic and stuff like that. But as you saw last night, I also started Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I'm honestly so excited to start reading this one. I read about 8 pages last night and then I fell asleep. So I really just want to try to sit down today and read as much as possible of that book, because like I said, this is a book that I've been wanting to read for so long. The thing is that the copy I have is a hardback and I'm not the biggest fan of holding hardbacks, so I will most likely be reading it on my phone. I read the actual book for a little bit just because it has pictures and whatnot, but I'll probably read most of it on my phone or my Kindle because that's just easier and I feel like I will read it faster that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into reading it and then I will give you an update later on. Happy Thursday. I am still reading Little Women, and I honestly don't think that I'm going to be able to finish it in this vlog because I'm only on page 50 and we only have one day left of the vlog. So I think for now on I'm just going to try to read it like as much as possible, but I'm not going to force myself to read it fast because I really just want to take my time with it and enjoy it. And basically, if you don't know what Little Women is about, we are following the 4 March sisters and kind of just seeing how they navigate adulthood and childhood in the 19th century. We get to see like a lot of their growth and how they just navigate life. But so far it's really good, and there's actually like some banter in it. For some reason I didn't think there would be any banter in it, but the scene that I'm at now, a couple of the March sisters got invited to a party, and one of the sisters kind of bumps into an old neighbor friend, and they're talking about like how he dropped off a cat one year for Christmas, and he was like, "How is your cat, Miss March?" So far I'm just loving it. And now they're kind of just hanging out and talking at this party or this dance. It says party, but I'm sure it's more like a ball. I'm picturing like a ball, especially because this is the type of like attire. So when I say party, I definitely am like referring to a ball, but for some reason it does say party instead of ball. So I think I'm just gonna sit here and read as much as I can. Hey guys, happy Friday. I am still reading Little Woman. Obviously, like I said, I'm not going to be able to finish it in this vlog, but I am about 80 pages in now, and I don't know, at some point in this vlog I think I said that the writing was more like Old English, and I don't know if that was only true for like the first couple of chapters, because now the writing is very like fast-paced and very enjoyable. So I'm having a really good time with it. It's very fun and very wholesome. I'm loving the dynamic between these 4 sisters and the mom, and just like the way that they're interacting with like the neighbors, and like the way that people like interacted back then is so interesting to me, because nowadays you don't really see people like being neighborly and going over to their neighbor's house and stuff like that, or like going to balls and stuff. So I'm really enjoying it. I don't have any plans for the rest of the day, so I think I'm just gonna lay here and read as much as I can, and hopefully we'll get a big chunk done.